I am the passenger. And I ride and I ride. That's one of my favourite songs. I can't include the original, I'd get a copyright strike, but I can strum the chords and speak the words. I love to ride and ride, not in a limo like Iggy Pop, but in trains and trams. So riding on a train through central Manchester, what can we see? Where are these houses being constructed? They're just 10 minutes from the city centre. This project is big, very big, just next to the railway viaduct after Piccadilly Station. This one looks very Lower Manhattan. I can't believe I used to live in this block in Salford. It's being reclad yet again. And I've been tracking this new tall tower, but which one is it? They all seem to look very similar. And do you recognise this location seen through the train window in the opening shot? We'll count the number of projects we can see from the train. We're on the Style line from the airport heading towards the city centre. Actually, we can't see much, there are too many trees blocking the view. Ah, a gap at last. But what's that? Not a construction site, but a demolition site. Demolition of the Owens Park Tower. We'll call it our project number 1. Now we're passing through Ardwick, and there's the Etihad Stadium. And what are these? New houses under construction. Our project number 2. This is a BTR, Build to Rent development of 272 homes on the former Olympic Freight Depot on Bennett Street. So not all construction in central Manchester is high-rise. These houses will be for rent. Also noteworthy, this is the former home of Manchester City. A public green space is promised with references to the original stadium in use from 1887. They moved to Main Road in 1923. And that's St Benedict's Anglican Church on Bennett Street. For many years it's been the Manchester Climbing Centre. There's the Etihad Stadium extension, project number 3. I visited the site in my Eastlink video. It's just over a mile away but clearly visible. We're nearly in Piccadilly Station, and this is the Fairfax construction site with its 2 cores rising higher and higher. Project 4. 488 apartments, also BTR, Build to Rent, on Portugal Street, developer Olympian Homes. We've reached platform 14 of Piccadilly Station. Let's follow the line from above, moving west, and there's the next project, visible right next to the railway. It's the Echo Street Student Residence Project, designed by Shepherd Robson. PBSA, Purpose-Built Student Accommodation, with 1,224 units arranged in clusters with lots of amenities. On the website, the architects state they aim to enrich the city centre with this project. It's a big development, very close to the viaduct. I think it must be about 8 metres away. Are those buildings soundproofed? So that's project number 5. Oh, and what was that announcement? Diolch am deithio gyda Trafnidiaeth Cymru. Thanks for travelling with Transport for Wales, and if you want to hear me speaking lots of foreign languages, visit my other channel, AOR Languages. We're passing the former UMIS campus to become the ID Quarter, and there's another big project. It's number 3 Circle Square, an environmentally very efficient office development. What's interesting is the use of very big arches. Seems like arches are making a comeback. Number 3 Circle Square is our project number 6. And just as we enter Oxford Road Station, a big project to the south comes into view. It's our project number 7. It's the Downing Street Co-Living Project, Square Gardens. That's the Acer Tower, 1,187 units, and they've opened a show apartment. You can choose from shared 3 to 5 bedroom, co-living apartments, studios and 1-bedroomed apartments, all for rent with many extras. It makes an impressive statement on the skyline. Let's backtrack to the old Hotspur building. Developer Manor wants to build a high-rise student scheme, saving part of the facade, but Save Britain's Heritage have called on Historic England to give it listed status. Manor have set up their own campaign in support of the development project. This is a developing news story, so keep watching Aid and Eyewitness. The purple insulation panels belong to Plot 9A First Street. We'll call that Project 8. We pass the dark blue shiny facade of Home Manchester just after Deansgate Station. Looking from the other side of the train, it's the Staycity Apartments project on Deansgate. The framework is slowly climbing higher and higher up the concrete core. It's located between the old railway viaduct and the Deansgate pub. 21 stories, 246 studios, 64 one-bedroom apartments, plus gym and laundry. It's our project number 9, and we'll take a closer look later in the video. We pass the reconstructed Roman fort, and there are some more co-living apartments under construction. These are the Union Towers 1 and 2, project number 10 in this video. The first tower opened earlier in the year, the second will be finished in 2025. It's a very large co-living rent-by-the-room project. Architects Denton Corker Marshall. The two towers stand at right angles to each other next to the River Irwell on the site of Granada TV Studios. And just across the Irwell on the Salford side, a new project that recently commenced, our project number 11, 196 units on plot C2 next to Stanley Street. More on this project when we come back this way later. We'll move along the Thorn Court Bridge towards Salford Station and Victoria Station. That's Sacred Trinity Church on Chapel Street, and then we see the larger Manchester Cathedral. From Victoria, we're going to take another train back along the line to look at the projects on the Salford side. And what's that large development opposite the arena? It's our 12th project, One Victoria, consisting of 2 buildings, one east and one west. One east is 14 floors and 84 apartments. One west has 10 floors and 45 apartments. There will be a roof garden and other amenities. It's by One Heritage Group plc, who planned the One Heritage Tower, unbuilt as yet, but still on the website. We've crossed the River Irwell into Salford, and around the smaller apartment building Abito, there is a cluster of new buildings, part of Colliers Yard. We can see the residential skyscraper Bankside by Denton Corker Marshall, next to Cortland and Parkside. It's still under construction. Bankside is due for completion in 2025. It will contain 444 apartments and is the 13th project. Now we're looking east from the railway towards the tower of Vista River Gardens. It's getting closer and closer to its full height, and it's our project number 14. We'll take to the air, courtesy of Cinemaker, and fly up to the top. I love these circling around shots and the way the glass seems to sparkle like a jewel, like the shiny transparent Lego bricks I used to play with as a child. This is unmistakably the work of Simpson Hoare, 55 stories with penthouses and 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments for sale. 169 metres, 554 feet, slightly taller than Blackpool Tower, a project of Renacre. In stark contrast is the former council block, Thorn Court, just off the A6 after the Crescent, Salford, where I used to live. It's covered in scaffolding for its second recladding in the space of not so many years. From Salford Crescent Station we need to head back to Victoria, a chance to look at the Colliers Yard development once more and the One Victoria project under construction. Inside Victoria Station we can admire the canopy with its translucent plastic covering, the work of BDP architects and completed in 2015. We're now going to change to the tram, heading towards Colliers, and there are great views of the skyline from the north. At Monsell tram stop we'll change to a southbound tram. Just look at that skyline with a bigger and bigger density of tall structures, and to the west of the line it's Victoria Riverside, a big new development, very upmarket with lots of facilities, located in what was once the roughest and poorest area of Manchester. It's right next to the railway line. Our project number 15 offers 634 apartments and townhouses in the Red Bank district. I can hardly believe it. Victoria Riverside, makes me think of the Hudson, not the Irk. Time for a bit of train spotting at Victoria Station as a freight train passes through, and we head back into the air to follow the line along the Thorn Court. From the train window we can see that new building site again, project number 11. Part of the Salford Central Master Plan. It's sited between Novella, completed in 2022, and the Slate Yards, and was designed by Hawkins Brown Architects. So remember how it looked on the 31st of July 2024. We fly over the bridge past the Union Towers and the factory, and we're back at Deansgate Castlefield Station and the Staycity Apartment site. Let's just take a quick look at the Staycity construction site from Deansgate. It seems to be rising more slowly than I'd expected. And look at the overhang next to the bridge. We'll jump up and take a closer look. It's close, very close, but I've been informed this is a temporary structure to facilitate construction. Still, it really looks like it's been shoehorned onto this site. It will partially obscure the Beetham Hilton Tower, the one that started it all off in the mid-2000s. 20 years after construction began. I have a special video in planning. We will cross over to the westbound platform of Deansgate Castlefield Station and head out towards Old Trafford. The towers along Great Jackson Street are the most photographed in Manchester, but there's a gap between them. That gap will soon be filled by a big new tower that was approved by Manchester City Council's Planning and Highways Committee on the 29th of August 2024. It's the Lighthouse, and it'll be taller than the neighbouring South Tower with a restaurant at the top level, but still no dedicated viewing platform. 71 stories, 642 apartments, 213 metres or 699 feet. It's only just been approved, but we'll call the Lighthouse our project number 16 as it's significant. South of Castlefield, I can see no active construction sites from the train. So we'll fly back over to the southeast to where we started, moving along the West Coast line over Ardwick. So that's 16 major construction projects, actually 15 construction, 1 demolition, all located close or fairly close to the railway. There are many more in other parts of the city, so keep watching Aiden Eyewitness. But for now, why not take the train or tram yourself and ride and ride and ride, as Iggy Pop says, to see all the construction going on. It's quite a spectacle, and you can play that song, The Passenger, by Iggy Pop from 1977, with David Bowie on backing vocals. So please like, subscribe, share and comment, respectfully please. Oh, and what was that location in the opening shot? It was in Berlin, on the main line through the centre heading east just before the Hauptbahnhof or main station. Check my embryonic channel AOR Languages and you can buy me a coffee if you like. Also vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und auf Wiedersehen in Manchester.